Oh, who am I? Well,
If I go through the basics, my name is Rodolfo. I was born in Havana, Cuba. I have 23 years old. My family is not too big. I have my two parents, two grandmother, one uncle, his child, many other cousins and members of the family that I don't see in many years now,
but I still love them.
I graduated for a career that I still don't know what it is about, and I ended up selecting art as my professional journey. I have lived in Cuba all my life, but not anymore.
Now I'm living in an Arabic country, and the only word that I know is
الأبواب تغلق. Doors closing.
But yeah, this is who I am, this is my life, but very basic, by the way. If I want to answer that question, I need to go a little deeper.
Because that is the question that I ask myself very often, and I never have a clear answer. I'm changing all the time.
But let's say that now I am the guy who drew this. Maybe this look like nothing to you, but for me, this draw saved my life.
I want to say that this draw will save me.
I talk about art in general.
As I say, I was born in Cuba, and since I was very little, I have always had the need to express myself, but not just like ordinary kids.
I really need to find some other way to express myself than just yelling, laughing, or crying.
And this, my friend, is how I meet art. I try everything, and when I say everything, I really mean it. I did actuation, painting, and a hard try of singing.
But this last one was not my best. My parents always helped me to improve my skill as an artist. If they saw that I was interested in something,
they tried really hard to ensure that I could do what I was interested in. And thanks to this, I had a very creative childhood in Havana. But it was not always like this. My parents at some point gave up on my artistic side. My mother wanted me to focus on something that she really thought that was important in life.
And this is how I broke up with art.
I have never been the best student in my school time. I was always too distracted. Nothing really interested me, but I tried really hard to make my parents happy. So I put a lot of effort into being good, but never was enough.
And this changed when I reached 18 years old. I started photography.
I spent the best years of my life discovering art again, taking photos with my best friend.
And thanks to my parents that bought me this camera with the sweat of their front head,
I started my life as a creator. I took as many photos and videos as I could. I created my own gallery project when I was 18, and I have reached hundreds of young people in Cuba thanks to the internet, that in that time was pretty new for us.
When COVID arrived in 2020 to my country, the depression took me, because I stopped art once again.
But my desires to create was bigger than my depression, and thanks to the meditation and exploring new things, I ended up making this draw, a crab with boots and a cape. Yeah. Something changed when I created this character. I didn't have any idea of how to draw or paint, but that feeling of putting what was in my mind on paper makes me fall in love.
And after 1 year of studying and painting only for myself, I started selling my art.
And at the same time,
I found a love.
Made my paintings talking about mental health and selling my art as NFT changed my life forever. I managed to do something big in that time for me. Reaching more than 150 collages around the world, more than 250 artwork sales, and more than 10 expositions in different countries.
2022 was one of the craziest years of my entire life. I had a dream job, I was helping my parents, but at the same time, I was super lost personally.
I didn't know what I want anymore, and the situation in my country was getting really bad. So if I wanted to keep helping my parents, it was impossible to keep doing it in my country. I made the hard decision to stop selling my art and saying goodbye to my loved ones, say goodbye to my life, and say goodbye to the only reality that I knew about. I went out of my box.
And I took my things and I decided to start a new life with my girl.
In the Emirates, in a new culture, without my friends, with a different language, and without ever leaving my parents before. But only one thing stayed with me all this time: my art. So here I am, after another year in 2024, having a new home, with a good job that permits me work creatively, missing my parents. I'm happy because, for the first time, I feel that I am living life. And from this point, from this moment,
I know that I am an artist.
Where's my love? I'm a fucking my life. I'm a fucking my life. We gon' party all night. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.